What's going on YouTube? Darksword255 here, where the numbers may have been randomly generated, but the content itself is not. And guys, the long-awaited giveaway is finally live for this particular account, guys. Now, I have done a lot of work on this account since I have gotten it. It is mine. It is mine. Anyways, so I've done a lot of work. If you want to compare and contrast how I got the account versus now for this giveaway, major differences within the account. So guys, what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to go over all the stuff that I've done, look at all the champions, and basically go over everything that this account is, and then also how to win the giveaway. So how the giveaway is going to be structured in this video is I'm going to say 3 different words throughout the video. You guys will know the words when I'm saying them. I'm not going to be putting up a caption or anything because I want people to obviously watch the whole video. Sorry, not sorry. You will definitely know when I'm saying the word. I'm saying 3 different words. We're going to have you guys combine all 3 words together and drop that in the comments. And then I will be drawing from somebody in the comments who is using that, I guess, combined word. As well as you have to be subscribed. You know, you guys know how giveaways work here on the tube. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the champions that this account has. Man, this account has a lot of swords. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up every single champion that this account has. Let me go ahead and move my camera real quick. Alright, guys, move the camera. Look at all of these delectable champions on this account. I'm going to very slowly scroll through here so you guys can get a quick little glimpse. And then we'll go over some of the champions, like the major milestone champions that are pretty delectable. I know that I said that this was a mid-game account. Look at all the delectable food that you can use to level up your champions. Oh my god. Like this account has a lot of different things. As you can see, a lot of legendaries, a lot of +2s, awakened champions. This Tagar is so good. Anyway, sorry, getting a little bit sidetracked. You know, there's a lot of stuff on this account. The only thing, and the reason that I say a mid-game account, is because the gear is kind of lacking to make it an end-game account. Has plenty of champions, but not the right gear to kind of ascend to the next, the next phase for this account. So there's a lot of room to grow with this account. Some notable champions that I was really excited. Titus, obviously, if you guys looked at the original video, me showcasing it, they had a Titus, but it was in the vault, never touched. Now the Titus is built and we have multiple Titus, we have a bunch of stuff built around Titus. Number 1, that was like the big one. I was like, oh my god. A 6-star crushing rend on Trunda, amazing. 6-star crushing rend on Wu, a 6-star Molly, and a 5-star Mariska, obviously, in like Siffy, big ones. Baron here is also, I love Baron. I wish I had him on my main account, but that's the joys of like playing on a new account. Also, I did pull Drexar, a 6-star soul for him, as well as Pythion. So some pretty major like support and damage dealers that have those huge blessings. Also, if you guys did not know, we were 1 mission off of getting Marius here. Got Marius. Let me tell you, terrible experience trying to beat Curse City. But hey, listen, I beat my head enough times against the wall and we got it done. Has a Georgette as well. There's a lot of really amazing champs on this account. Freya as well. That you guys, whoever wins this account, you have a lot to play around with. And the most notable is having 5 Ganoots, guys. 5 Ganoots. And I made a video a little while ago of 5 Ganoots basically one-shotting Amius, and that was pretty fun. And there's a lot of different things you can do with 5 Ganoots. If you really want to go banana sandwich with it, you have the option of doing that. So 5 Ganoots, really cool. Again, I've done a lot of work on this account. A lot of these champions weren't built, but like I said, we're here and I did the fusion is done. So, cool beans. So a lot of great champions that you can mess around with. But what is better than messing around with champions? Well, not better, but it's annoying when you want to mess around with, like, let's say a champion, right? But you can't level them up. Look at the amount of resources on this account. You can level up anybody. 19 max barrels, and then look at all of the XP barrels up here. Barrels brews that you can have. So basically any champion that you want to level bam, you can easily do it. You will never, almost like, you're never going to run out of this. Like, I've used a lot of potions to level up the characters that I've like to progress this account a little bit. And I still have so many, right? Good amount of books. Not a lot of legendary books. This account, I think, had like 60 at one point, but there were so many champions that I needed to book out and gear out and do all this stuff. I used most of them. So at least for right now, as we're recording, we have 4, but I do clan boss every day. So a ton of epic books. So once you get new legendaries, if you get any mythicals, you have the books to like definitely level those guys out. And then if we talk about brews, for the most part, we're pretty stacked. The only thing we're kind of lacking right here is obviously the white brews, which of course I on my main account never have any. I always use them. So a little bit of a bummer with that, but for the most part, you have plenty. You have a ton. The only downside for this account is obviously the mythicals that are on it is probably the worst mythical in the game. And obviously Emerus, which when I acquired the account, when it became my account, he wasn't even pulled. Like, so I pulled him, I geared him, all the fun stuff. So a lot of really great champions for you to mess around with, a lot of different things that you can, mess around and use different things here. So enough of that, guys. This account has enough of everything for you to have fun and to progress, right? There's a lot of progression that can be had in this account. Really, again, like I said, held back mainly by gear. And honestly, time. Like, honestly, a lot of these champions can be meshed and used in different ways. I just didn't want to. So there's a lot of expansion. So enough of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the dungeons and I'll show you guys what I was able to do there. Man, there's at least 255 different things you can do here in these dungeons. Alrighty, guys. So what I've done is I've basically set up teams and I tried my best to organize them. So when you go into every single dungeon, you have a team that you can use. So Spider 10 hard, Ice Golem hard, Clan Boss is what Clan Boss team, basically. For, your Clan Boss, Shogun, Sand Devil, Dragon, down here is Fire Knight. All these teams do work, guys. You can use, obviously potions, but potions are easy. Minotaur, you're just replacing the last person. Replacing the last person in here, the run Minotaur, and then it should automatically do it from there. So I wanted to try to organize this as much as possible. These are not the greatest teams, right? Like, you can make all of your dungeons really, really fast with the champions that are on this account and gearing them in a certain way. I didn't want to. These teams are adequate. They do the job. I think the dragon team's 2 minutes. So, does it work? Yeah. Could you make it exponentially better? Of course you could. And so whoever gets the account, guys, you have a lot of room to mess around with these teams and really fine tune them to get the dungeons pretty quick. Sorry, I know that my face is still covering. These two teams being 100% is really, really nice. So you can just bam, hammer them out. Right now, obviously I'm recording this during CBC, also I've already done this, but I use the Clan Boss team for all of the Iron Twins because Titus teams just make life a lot easier. Is it the fastest? No. Can you make a really fast team with, I don't know, let's say 4 Ganoots, which I did for a video? Yeah, but this is like a 100% guaranteed, and also Magic Affinity, the Ganoots have a chance to weak hit. So, so pretty awesome. With that, guys, the dungeons are done. You have the champions that you've seen, the resources that you can use. Let's go ahead, guys, and jump into the final area that I kind of want to show you. Well, not the final, the second final area, which is Arena. Now, guys, this is the Arena team that I kind of threw together. Is it the best team? It's a very good team, but it's, there's a lot of room to grow. I will be transparent. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I made some siege teams that I didn't really like them, and that's why I deleted them. So right now, the only things that I have kind of quickly set up is the classic arena. So you can just do your dailies or do whatever, and then tag team. These teams got me almost to gold on this account. I was very close to getting gold, but I would have had to really fine tune and make these teams better for me to hit gold. But again, I didn't want to put that much effort into it. So these are some good basic starting teams for tag team. And classic arena, and then moving forward from there, guys, you can absolutely fine tune these teams. You can build them out differently. You don't even have to use this team. You can use there's so many other teams that you can make, especially with the new meta of Arena kind of coming into fruition right now with Mercurial set, you know, so on and so forth. So that's a pretty good layout of, you know, it's just some like I said, some teams that I threw together for whoever gets this account, whoever wins, may you win. Yeah, let's go ahead and guys, and jump into the final area to showcase this account, which is the clan bosses. Now, the clan bosses, pretty easy, you know, Demon Lord real quick. I'll just show you. One touch key, you should almost one tap, like, well, you do one tap it, but like almost the max damage you do, you know, 1 billion damage. Cool. Like, you know, we got the key. Not a problem whatsoever. Now, jumping over the Hydra, and I do want to make this known, right? So this is the team that I came up with. These are Nightmare, Brutal, and Hard. The Nightmare team was a pain because building Titus teams, while they do a ton of damage, they're annoying to build. So I'll quickly just go over the team real quick. Feral is awesome, guys. If you have not seen my video going over Feral, please definitely go and check him out. He's awesome. But how the team works is we have Mad Hatter and a shield set. The shield set gives you shield number 1. We have Wix. He puts another shield. Oops, this is not updating. Another shield on. Bam, that's 2 shields right there, right? And then Wix grows the shield. And we have a buff extender. Technically a buff extender also, and we have a reset champion, which is I'm using Lady Aerith here. Is she the greatest reset champion? No. Did I want to use like maybe a Chimera instead? I could have, but the cooldown on it is crazy for his reset. So, you know, like this is what I ended up going with. Is it the best? No. Could I have used other people instead? Like let's say a Lamansu, let's say, you know, somebody else. I could have, but you don't want to dump all your eggs into one basket per se. And this is just fine. This is fine. We have obviously Lydia for the increased speed and the weaken in defense. So, and we have Feral with the increased resistance as well as the perfect veil. So Head of Torment doesn't fear you and mess up everything, as well as block buffs, you know, and decrease accuracy. And having Feral on your team as the lead is great because you don't have to build everybody's resistance through the moon just because of how OP Feral is. Again, check out the video that I went over for the guide. Now, these 2 other teams, a lot of room for expansion. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I threw these teams together without putting too much thought into it. Can I click it and hit auto and done? Yes. Can you make these teams better? Exponentially better. It's a lot of room to grow. Right now, even this Nightmare team averages around 2 to, I think it's like 500 million damage. It's a little bit finicky because there's so much RNG that goes into Titus teams. Basically, right now, I think it's Lady Aerith who gets eaten first, but you can have it be Titus be eaten last. You know, it depends on a lot of RNG after the first person gets eaten. And sometimes he gets eaten second and your run is over, right? Like there's obviously RNG that runs into this team. So that's why I say it depends on how much damage you can kind of get out with Titus. But the rest of these teams I just threw together, right? Block skills, you know, Head of Torment, your boy, Marius is with the damage, shield, healing, and revive, with, Sulfurion, damage with him, you know, so a lot of damage blocked skills and block and down defense. Pretty awesome. And then this team right here, the Trunda team, this is a little bit of a finicky team, because it's a little bit more manual, but you could also run it full auto. This guy is a little bit weird because the more poisons he has on himself, the more damage your team does. So he's fun. You're definitely gonna have to re-gear him. But you know, this team will run when you re-gear him. This team will run on auto and it'll do pretty good. But like I said, if you want like extra more damage, you're gonna have to like manual it. You don't have to, like I said. But like I said, I keep saying like I said, there's a lot of room to grow with this, right? This is just what I came up with. Now, this is the original accounts, like teams that they came up with, right? They were doing brutal, hard, and normal. And so I went from hitting brutal, hard, and normal to now doing nightmare, brutal, hard. Huge upgrade for the account. Better accessories, better pizza, Papa John's. Anyways, so there's a lot of, I have ascended this account a lot, just from when I got it, right? Big stonks. All right, guys, let's go ahead and we'll jump over to the most annoying team to build, and that is Chimera. Let me tell you, I would love to just raid Chimera for all of the accessories, or I guess materials, whatever. All right, guys, so my face is gonna guard it a little bit. I made this team right here. This team should get between 8 to 10 trials. 10 trials if you manual some of the trials, and if you don't manual them, you can get 6 to 8, you know, full auto. Depends on how much patience you have. I don't think it really takes that much time, but you know, that's me personally. This team will do Ultra Nightmare sometimes. I beat my head against the wall with this, like, building this team. The stats that you need to use Titus is pretty high. There are teams that you can build, like let's say with Feral, that will give you more, you know, it'll give you more trials, but you need like a lot of really unique gear. Like, for example, since I don't have a reset champion, right, I have to use 3 buff extenders. And if I use Feral, for example, you need a reset champion, as well as you need your 2 buff extenders to be in reflex. And let me tell you, while this account is goated, the gear for it is not. It's okay. I've done a lot of work. Like, look at this. Oh God. You know, I've done a lot of work on this account, like with getting gear and like doing stuff, but it needs some better gear. And a lot of it is like, you need to be like really hammering out Curse City to get better. Like, let's say, you know, a Supersonic as well as Merciless gear. And then obviously doing Grim Forest. I don't know why that took a second. Good amount of good Feral gear. This account that is in me and Cat Herder's clan. So when we win, we get like really nice Feral sets. But you know, this is like a couple sieges worth of Feral sets, you know, that we've been able to get. So there's a lot of gear that needs to be rolled. There's a lot of gear that you just need to farm a lot to help, you know, bolster the account a little bit here. Like I said, I've done a good amount of, and the account was given to me with a good amount of stuff as well. But again, kind of like lower quality gear. But you know, like you'll have energy to farm. So have fun with that. But yeah, like I said, if guaranteed can run this team and get Nightmare and Brutal done and downed, amazing. If you're looking for Nightmare, you're gonna have to work on it yourself. I don't have the patience. So honestly, like I don't know. This team has been annoying as heck for me to get working 100%. For example, like sometimes Lydia just dies. Don't know why. I've looked up everything I can to figure out why. Sometimes she lives, sometimes she doesn't. I've changed relics. I've done this. I've done that. Don't know. It's confusing to me. My little lack of IQ brain cannot comprehend why, you know? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes she gets one shot, sometimes she doesn't. She has plenty of resistance, so I don't really know. It doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. This account, when it was given to me, this was the Chimera team, and it was barely doing Brutal. So to be able to do, I think it was like 500 million damage on Brutal, and then 300 million damage on Nightmare. So, like I said, if the couple times that I've been able to hit Nightmare, you know, Ultra Nightmare Chimera, like I've done, I think it was like 200 million, which is it's still good, but getting that max chest for the Chimera is like so important. It's so game changing. The relics on this account were non-existent. They were really bad. When I say really bad, like there were none. They had so much crafting material that I just had a ton of fun just like crafting it. As you can see here, you know, I've been hammering out Grim Forest. I mean, as soon as I'm done with this rotation, I'm gonna be able to pull maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, a mythical. Doubt it though with my terrible luck, you know. But for the most part, guys, you are going to be handed a absolutely goated account. 8,000 energy. Don't look at the silver. It could be better. 1,500 gems. You know, a decent amount of pulls. Because of, like I said, just clan boss, and then obviously doing, you know, the fusions and so on and so forth since I've gotten the account. Really Awesome. This is going to be an amazing account for somebody. Let me know, guys. Drop a comment down below. Obviously, with the tag that the combination that I hinted through the video, as well as a champion that from this account that you would love on your main account. I'm assuming that this is not going to be your first raid account. If it is, then wow, you're jumping into raid, kind of unbelievably goated, but that's okay. Let me know, guys, down in the comments, and I will see everybody in the next video.